Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to talk about the ordinal numbers. And these numbers are special because they don't tell us how many, but they tell us the order or position of something. Before we begin, let me share with you the objectives for today's lesson. We have three objectives. First, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to recognize and correctly read ordinal numbers up to 100. Next, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to apply the rules of ordinal numbers by arranging numbers in proper order. And lastly, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to appreciate the importance of ordinal numbers through real-life examples. Now let's understand ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are used to represent rank or a position, not a quantity. This means that ordinal numbers is not just about counting something because it shows position, rank, or order of one thing. For example, in the picture, we have four runners in the race. And look at the numbers above them. It is first, second, third, and fourth. In the race, the first place shows that she reached the finish line first, and the runner in the second place came right after the first place, and the runner behind the second place is the third place, and the runner in the fourth place is the last to finish the line. So this example shows that ordinal numbers do not tell us how many runners are there in a race, but instead they tell us the position or order of each runners in the race. Now I will show you the different ordinal numbers. As you observe, from 1st to 10th, we can see the basic ones. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And as we go higher, the patterns usually add th, like 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and so on. And also, some ordinal numbers have special endings like st, nd, and rd. And the example of it is the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Now let's talk about the rules for writing ordinal numbers. First is if the number ends in 1, we add st. For example, the number is 21. So if we add st to 21, it will become 21st. Second is if the number ends in 2, we add nd. For example, the number is 22. If we add nd to 22, it becomes 22nd. Third is if the number ends in 3, we add rd. For example, the number is 23. So if we add rd to 23, it becomes 23rd. And also, for all other numbers, we use th. So for example, the number is 24. So if we add th to 24, it will become 24. Now let's move on to the next. Some ordinal numbers don't just add th, their spelling are changes. The example of this is the number 5. The ordinal number of number 5 is 5th. So we drop the letter V and A and then we add the letter F, T, and H. That's why it becomes 5th. The second number is the number 9. The ordinal number of number 9 is 9th. So we drop the letter E and then we add the letter C and H, so it becomes 9th. The third number is number 12. The ordinal number of number 12 is 12th. So we drop the letter V and E and then we add letter F, T, and H. That's why it becomes 12th. Ordinal numbers are not just for school. They are also used in our daily lives. In our lives, we use ordinal numbers to the following examples. First is we use ordinal numbers in the dates. For example, September 5th. This means the 5th day of September. Another example is in competition. We use ordinal numbers in competition to declare winners in every battle or contest that everyone will join. And mostly we have first, second, third, fourth to show order or rank. And also we use ordinal numbers in buildings. For example, if I say third floor, you know exactly where the room is. And lastly is in birthdays. For example, if someone celebrated their 18th birthday, it shows the position in a person's age.
Comparing and ordering numbers. So, here we can see how to compare and order ordinal numbers from example. When we look at the fifth and the ninth place, we can say that the fifth place comes before the ninth place. This means that the fifth place is smaller than the ninth place. Another 42nd and 47th place. So we can say the 42nd place comes before the 47th place. This means that the 42nd is smaller than 47th. So when we compare the numbers, we check number comes first and which comes after. The smaller number always comes before the bigger number. Now, I believe you already understand what ordinal numbers are and how we can use them. Since you have already learned, let us play in a fun way. We will play a game called Station Activity. So here's the instructions. The class will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will start a different station. You have 5 minutes per station to complete the task. When time is up, rotate to the next station. The group with the most correct answers wins. And for the first station, you can see numbers with ordinal form like 21st, 72nd, 43rd, and 56th. Your task is to match numeral with its correct word form. And for the second station, you will read short riddles there about ordinal numbers. A riddle is like a little puzzle with clues. You need to think carefully and find the correct ordinal that match the riddle. Now, let's move to another station, which is the station 3. Look at the animals on the screen. So they are standing in a line, but the order is mixed up. So your task is to arrange them in the correct order based on the position given. So you need to place them in order from first to last. Next is the station 4. Now, let's try something connected to a real life. So look at the picture. So we have 3 runners, which is Anne, Maria, and Juan. The question is, among the 3 runners, who came in second place after Juan? Think carefully. This activity will help you apply ordinal numbers to a real life situation, like races or a competition. Is there any question or clarification? Okay, if there are no questions, let us start. I will give you 5 minutes to answer. Before we end, let us remember that ordinal numbers are more than just words with ST, ND, RD, or TH. They are the tools that help us know order, position, and sequence in our daily lives. From knowing the dates of our birthdays, to finding the floor of a building, to celebrating who won first place in a contest, ordinal numbers guide us in organizing the world around us. So always keep in mind, cardinal numbers tell us how many, but ordinal numbers tells us which one or what position it is.